Thanks for listening to the Thyroid Fixer podcast with your host, me, Dr. Amy Horniman, aka the Thyroid Fixer, functional medicine practitioner, hormone and weight loss expert. We're talking all things thyroid, hormone, and health related in order to empower, educate, and transform you. So if you're ready to get your life back, let's get started. Aging, you can't stop it, but you can certainly do things to try and slow down the progress or look and feel as good as you possibly can for as long as you can. So this is going to be a game changer for you, and you can probably hear the excitement in my voice. The latest introduction, the latest member of the family to the Fixer line is Metabolism Fixer. And this, oh my God, I formulated this just for all my people out there that need to lose weight, that need help in the weight loss department, that can't lose weight no matter what they do, that feel like they have a slow metabolism, and that might be thinking of trying all those peptides out there, you know, the Beverly Hills soccer mom drug of choice for weight loss peptides. Or even if you're on them already and you're like, man, these are really expensive and I'm still not losing weight, add in Metabolism Fixer. Here's what I did. I took the power of T2, which increases your basal metabolic rate while you are sitting there watching Netflix. You're burning fat while you're watching Netflix. I combined it with a very unique patented ingredient called Suppressa. Suppressa has multiple clinical trials backing its efficacy in reducing your appetite, decreasing snacking, and providing way more control over your food intake. It is amazing. We also see improved emotional well-being, just decreased food cravings all around, reduced hunger, and weight management. Add on top of that, we have green tea extract, we have purple forest purple tea extract, both of which affect the metabolism in a very positive way without the jitters of normal fat burning supplements out there from the 1980s and 90s, right? The ones that made you feel like you're having a heart attack. You will not have that in any of my supplements, Thyroid Fixer or Metabolism Fixer. But Metabolism Fixer, ooh, yeah, we kicked it up a notch. It is in powder form, so you can drink it through your day. It's going to flavor your water. We got orange crush and refreshing citrus. I love them both. It is going to keep you under control all day long. So you throw a couple scoops in your water bottle in the morning, throw a scoop or two in your water bottle throughout the day. You will have fat burning and appetite control the entire day for what? An eighth of a price of the peptides? Oh my God, you can't go wrong. So grab some Metabolism Fixer today. Please let me know how you do on it. I am super excited for you. Super excited. And I'm going to tell you, with hypothyroidism, hair loss, and dry skin, flat out sucks. I have so many of my patients coming in, and that's the main complaint. Main complaint is hair loss and skin issues, acne, eczema, psoriasis, dry skin. Of course, it all ties back to hormonal and thyroid balance and optimization. But listen, it's a real problem. It is a real problem. And that's why we see so many hair loss supplements. I know you all have tried biotin, right? You've all tried biotin for your hair. Biotin does not work. I've talked about this on other podcasts, but the more I dig into peptides and the research on peptides, I'm going to keep bringing you this information on this podcast because it's vital. Peptides can literally replace certain medications. They can improve immune function, help with autoimmune diseases, help with wound healing, skin repair that I want to talk about today, hair and skin. They can slow down the aging process. Now, peptides are both injectable and topical. I've talked about the GHK-CU peptide. I want to break that down and really dive into a little bit more research on this so that you understand how powerful it is. So how many of you out there have heard Retin-A? Retin-A for your skin. Retin-A, Retin-A, retinol. Well, personally, I cannot use it. My skin turns red red and dry and flaky, and now I'm worse off. And they all say, oh, well, just give it time. It'll get better. Who has 2 months to walk around with red, dry, flaky skin? And as many of you know, I've shared this before, I'll share it again. Back in December, I received the Halo laser treatment. And anytime I disrupt my skin, like I can't even get a facial with like acid, like an acid peel or what are those hydrofacials or whatever. I can't even do that. If you disrupt my skin or irritate it in any way, it gets pissed off. And then I get those tiny little white dot breakouts everywhere. Actinic rosacea is, I guess, what it's called. But it was definitely a reaction to a disruption of my skin, trying to stimulate collagen and get my skin looking better. That's why I did the Halo in the first place. But it's just not for me, and maybe it's not for you. And the same thing with Retin-A. It's a little bit strong. It's rough. It's potent. And when I put that on my skin, even in its lesser form in retinol, I break out. Here comes the breakout again. Here comes that actinic rosacea because I'm irritating the skin with the Retin-A. I don't know why. Like I said, you hear about Retin-A for years, right? I do not know why people have not been, I don't know why people haven't been talking about, I know, double negative, GHK-CU. I challenge you, go ahead and put it in PubMed and see what kind of research you get. Go ahead and put it in Hindawi, which is really, that's where I do a lot of my searches, and NCBI, and see what comes up. You will get a ton of literature, published medical literature that I'm going to share with you today on GHK-CU. So first of all, and why we need to use it on our hair and our skin. GHK is glycyl L-histidyl L-lysine, present in human plasma, saliva, and urine, but declines with age. So it's proposed the GHK functions as a complex with 2 copper ions attached to it, and then that accelerates wound healing and skin repair. GHK stimulates both synthesis and breakdown of collagen, modulates the activity of inflammation, stimulates collagen and protective layers of the skin, restores endothelial cells after injury, accelerates wound healing of the skin, stimulates hair follicles, heals the gastrointestinal tract. That would be if you're taking it as an injection. Bony tissue and foot pads of dogs. Hey, I can use them on my dog. It has also been found to tighten loose skin and improve elasticity, skin density, and firmness. Reduce fine lines and wrinkles, reduce photo damage and hyperpigmentation, all those sunspots. Your Graham used to call them liver spots on her arms. All of those sunspots that we're pounding the vitamin C on. This has way, way, way more research than does vitamin C and Retin-A. There was a study done, I'm pulling it up right now. There was a study done on GHK-CU with copper applied to the thigh. So ladies with cellulite, bam. After 1 month, GHK-CU increased collagen by 70%. So they actually did a skin biopsy to determine the level of collagen rebuild in this study. It was 20 women, and they actually compared the skin's production of collagen after applying creams containing GHK-CU, vitamin C, or Retin-A to the thighs daily for 1 month. Why they picked the thighs, I don't know. But I guess they were looking at cellulite because that's where we all tend to land some cellulite, ladies, right? 70% increase in collagen. That's huge. That's just one study of so many. So here's another one. GHK-CU applied to the face. And this is what I like because this is where we see the signs of aging first, right? GHK-CU applied to the face. 12-week study on 71 women applied to the face, increased skin density and thickness, reduced laxity, improved clarity, reduced fine lines, and the depth of wrinkles. It's crazy. I'm kind of like pissed off that I didn't hear about this back in my 30s, so I could have started then. You just don't hear about it enough. You really don't. When we're looking at hair, GHK-CU, when applied topically to the hair, does stimulate. I said that already in one of the studies. It stimulates the hair follicle to grow. So it's also improving the texture and the thickness of the hair follicles. So if you're finding that, hey, you're not really losing hair, but it's getting pretty thin and dry and kind of straw-like, then GHK-CU applied topically can absolutely affect your hair growth. As long as there's a hair follicle there, you can use this. It increases blood flow. So copper peptides, that CU on the end of the GHK. Copper peptides are thought by some to increase blood circulation in your skin. According to a 2018 research review, copper itself has been reported as being able to help maintain the tissues found in blood vessels. Thus, copper peptides stimulate the hair follicles so they receive adequate oxygen and nutrients to produce new hair growth. That's just the CU part. Then you have the GHK part, and I mean, you just get all of that combined. You get the GHK, which has been shown to stimulate new collagen, stimulate hair growth, and then you have the copper peptide, which CU alone. So the copper peptide alone has been shown to, like carbon 60, C60, has been shown to increase life expectancy since it aids in cell growth and strengthens vital body systems. It's a potent antioxidant, protects against free radicals. I actually used C60 in the illness virus protocol that was in another podcast. I don't want it to be taken down, so I'm not going to actually say it, but I definitely use that to prevent any kind of cytokine storm and inflammatory reaction after getting over the virus. It is great. It fortifies cells, protects them against unsettling free radicals that do damage. And C60 has been shown to be beneficial in cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, and Parkinson's. It reduces joint inflammation. It boosts the immune system. Now, this is taking it in, right? So I'm going to give you links to C60 Purple Power. That's what I use during my protocol. So I like combining. I like taking the C60 internally and then using the GHK CU. I use the Asir Custom Royal Blue Sky Blue cream on my face, and then the Oxano Grow on my hair, which is one bottle is GHK, the other one is the copper peptide. So you put one on, rub it in, put the other one on, rub that in. So you're getting the benefits of both. But here, I mean, it is crazy. If you combine these two, I am telling you, this is it. The research is absolutely there. Here's more on C60. Clears up a ruddy complexion, acne, unsightly skin. It has powerful antioxidant properties, like we said. It makes it useful in evening out the skin tone and staving off acne. Also been shown promising signs in helping smooth out unsightly lines and wrinkles. So again, this is taking the C60 internally, applying the GHK CU copper peptide externally, skin, hair. A little bit more on the copper peptide on the C60 for his hair growth. So now you're getting, again, the internal and the topical 2-in-1, just like I say, both and when we're fixing your thyroid and hormones, right? For longevity, this could be it. This could be it. I mean, you combine it with good vitamin D levels, you take your vitamin C, take your zinc, all of the basics, and then we optimize your thyroid and we optimize your hormones. Oh my God, if you add in GHK-CU and C60, it's a powerhouse for anti-aging. I am telling you, peptides such as these, they're going to be the next wave in anti-aging. If you are like me, and yeah, do I get the, I did a post 2 weeks ago. I got the PRP injections, platelet-rich plasma. Does that help stimulate collagen? Absolutely. But that's not going to keep up the texture of my skin. It's not going to get rid of dark spots and sun damage. GHK-CU is doing this, and it's amazing. So back to the hair growth, C60. Baldness. So they're saying that hair loss may be attributed to an underlying medical condition or genetics. We know that. We have to balance your thyroid, balance your hormones to promote hair growth, because with a bad thyroid, you're not getting the nutrients, circulation is down, everything is down. You're not getting the nutrients to the hair follicle itself. But hair follicles will stop producing new hair as a natural part of the aging process as well, since cells die and the body ages. So when you add in C60 to a beauty regimen, it will help stimulate hair follicles to start growing, even if they stopped. So that's the thing. It's not like you're screwed if you have bald spots, especially my alopecia patients, right? My alopecia peeps out there. I have had a patient that we have reversed her alopecia. Hair can start growing back in those bald areas if it is autoimmune related and it's alopecia, because the C60 part is going to calm down that inflammatory autoimmune reaction. I encourage you, I want to just throw this out there. I encourage you to do your own research. Like I said, go to PubMed, go to Google Scholar and put in GHKCU and skin and wound healing and hair. Oh, you will be blown away at what comes up. This should be front and center. I'm tired of hearing about Retin-A because not many people can do it. I mean, amongst my friends, I don't know anyone doing Retin-A unless they've been doing it for a long, long time and they went through that horrible phase in the beginning. I never got through the horrible phase. It was too much. It was just too much for me. And you can't do it in the summer. GHKCU, by the way, side note, actually has sun protection. It has UV protection in it. So you can use it all summer long, twice a day on your face. And you're actually more protected by the sun. Retin-A, don't even plan on walking outside. Don't even walk your dog in the sun if you're using Retin-A. You'll be screwed. Actually, it increases your risk of skin cancer. If you're using Retin-A and you get hit by the sun, that little spot that gets hit by the sun is so sensitive and so raw that you cannot have UV exposure. It increases those melanocytes to kind of go haywire, produce skin cancer. So we don't want that. I will put all the links in the show notes for everything I talked about today, what I use, what I have been using. I've seen a difference. I've told you about the GHKCU Royal Blue Sky Blue Cream. Told you before in another podcast, but it was a 2-hour-long podcast with Jay Campbell. We can link to that podcast in the show notes where we deep dive into the hair growth piece, but not the hair piece, the hair growth piece. And you can listen to that at your leisure, but I wanted to give you a nice short brief one that you can just digest and go, oh my gosh, she's right. There's so much research on this. And I've heard from patients already using Oxano Grow, the GHKCU hair growth serum. It's the bomb. People are raving about it. They're thanking me for it. I'm thanking Jay Campbell for it because he introduced me to this whole world of GHKCU peptide formulations. I love peptides anyways, but I'm super thanking Jay for introducing me to this because it's been a game changer for my skin. No more Retin-A. I'm not really even using vitamin C anymore. Totally natural. Somebody asked me, well, what kind of skincare system do you use that's paraben free and sulfate free and this free and that free and organic and good for you? Now I'm telling you, the GHKCU from Asir Custom, the Royal Blue Sky Blue. And this is not just a plug for that. This is literally to tell you that I am so impressed with the research that I feel like this should have been out. Did you know GHK has been out, CU has been researched since 1973? 1973, folks, that's as old as I am almost. Let's not date myself. I was born in 74, but still, I'm 47. I try to look young, right? I'm going to try to stay with you guys for years and years, just kind of chilling, stuck at 29, 39, maybe 39. All right, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. This will be posted on Facebook. It'll be posted on YouTube. You can comment below. If you're listening to it on the podcast, check the show notes for the links and the discount codes. And let me know. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you think. I want some feedback. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, please share this episode and check out the entire Thyroid Fixer podcast on all podcast platforms. If you're on iTunes, it would be awesome if you left me a review. And just a reminder, anything you hear on this podcast is not intended to diagnose or treat. So you always want to check with your doctor about any advice given on this podcast. And if you'd like to schedule a discovery call, please refer to the show notes for all the links. Everything that we talked about in the podcast will be in there with a guide for you on how you can get your life back. Let's get you fixed.